Hey guys, so had a little get together with Base Camp ONA, Our Next Adventure. Those guys are phenomenal, great people. Had a great time with everyone out there. One problem we had is we had no hot water. So before we left, we've been living in this full time, and we found out that we kind of have a pretty good gas leak. So I took a little sniffer. You can go grab that, I'll show that to you. And sniffed around my regulator and my hoses. Well, I had a pretty good leak in my hoses, so I went ahead and put new hoses on, and unfortunately I still had a leak. But once I fixed the hoses, I was no longer getting gas pressure into the unit. So I ordered a new regulator. Let me show you what I got from Amazon. I'll try to put a link in the description of what I used. But I actually got that from Craig and Victoria from Wild RV. Great folks. I watched them. He had a little gas sniffer thing. So let me go show you what I got. I'll be right back. So it's a nice little tool. Comes in a pouch. See if I can get a little closer to y'all. But it's TOPTES PT199 gas leak detector. Pretty nice little thing. Just turn the power on. You can adjust your sensitivity. I just took my little sniffer around and found my hoses were leaking. So then I went ahead and replaced my hoses. But then, like I said, I wasn't getting gas pressure in no matter what I did. So got a new regulator. Let's change it out and see if it works. There's got to be a better design for these too. You got these little thumb screws. I guess it works, but it'd be nice to have something different. I'm just going to tighten them up because I'm going to pull this off so we can work on this. Be a little more accessible. And get you guys in a little closer. So here's our regulator. These are the hoses I replaced. So they just unscrew, easy peasy. No pressure coming out of there. I don't know if that's adjustable or not. It might be. I threw the box away. I probably should look at that. That could be some of my problem. But this little black knob here that goes back and forth through your supply and whatever, it even feels a little weird if you press on it or wiggle it. You're getting gas leaking out from underneath. So I'm like, didn't want to deal with that. So I went ahead and got a new one so we can replace it. So we'll undo our tank holder. Let me go grab a wrench to undo this part. All right, so make sure you use your adjustable metric wrench. Don't use the standard fittings. Get the metric one because there's no way anything on this is standard. Kind of reminds me of those sock guys that kind of like flay around with their arms. I think we'll thread the new one on before I put the hoses on. Might be a little easier. I'll take these hoses off. Let me take this bracket and change it. There we go. It's got these two little Phillips screws. I'm just going to take those off. You know what? I need some gloves. Gotta keep our pretty little hands clean. Gotta keep our hands clean, you know what I mean? I got you zoomed in so you can see what I'm doing. But I don't want to look at my face anyway. I know I don't. I got a face only a mama could love. Seems a bit overkill. That's a long screw for a thin plate, but at least it holds it on there, right? So then we're going to take this out. Here's our new regulator, nice shiny. There's where you can make your adjustment to adjust your gas pressure. These are already preset to 11 inches water column. I don't recommend messing with this unless you know what you're doing. You need a manometer to check your pressure to make sure you set it properly for propane for your fittings. You can do a lot of damage, so don't recommend changing that. Comes preset. It's just hook and book. Now we're just going to screw our plate back on. So as you can see, these little indicators here. This goes to your supply. This is your supply coming in, going down to your regulator, to your supply of your unit. And then this is an auto changeover, so it automatically switches to this side. But you can see these little gauges, whether you got gas pressure or not. And it's got like an R for red, G for green. It'll do green. So when I changed my hoses, I was just barely getting a little bit of green, so not enough gas is going through. I do have the Mopica, I think they're called, tank sensors. Those work really good. But let's get a little pipe dope, put that big hose back on, and then we'll put these hoses on when we're done. All right, got our metric adjustable wrench. Make sure you get pipe thread sealant. This is T+2. Stays kind of soft, non-hardening, but this is good for gas pipe. Make sure it's gas pipe approved. Don't use Teflon tape on gas. That's not safe. There is yellow Teflon tape, but you got to make sure it's rated for gas, because otherwise you're asking for trouble. We're going to put some thread sealant on the threads, maybe a lot of sealant. And close that up. Got a little carried away. Make sure to clean that out. Then we're going to thread our regulator back on. I don't know why I'm yelling. I got a microphone right on my shirt. It's a little windy today, so I hope it's not too much for you guys. We're going to take our metric adjustable wrench. Make sure it's good and tight. It'll probably come to a stop. We'll put that back on there. We'll tighten this up so it gives us a little bit of resistance. Tanks are nice and secure. Let me go grab them hoses off the other regulator. Be right back. All right, got our hoses off. I'm gonna put some new thread sealant on here. This stuff is so messy. You're bound to get it everywhere. Kind of like cooking in the kitchen. If you don't make a mess, are you really cooking at all? Put that on there. Get one started. Try and get one started. What a mess. We'll get the other one going, then we'll tighten them up with our wrench. Turn some gas on, and then we'll do a quick leak search to make sure we don't have any more leaks. Might get in your way a little bit here. Click in the comments below if you live full time. I'm curious, because we go through a lot of gas, I was curious if we put 100-pounders next to us here so that the fuel lasts longer. I'm wondering if the pressure increases to the point where maybe that caused a little damage here. Not sure. First winter ever living in this full time, really even using it in the winter time. So I'm not sure if that was an issue or not. That one's good and tight. You don't have to get crazy with it. That one's good and tight. All right, let's put our hoses on and see if we got pressure now. Make sure they're good and tight so you don't have any leaks. Let me turn some gas on. Boom, green. So I think we're good now. I'll bring you in and show you that. But while I got gas pressure on, let's make sure we don't have any leaks while we're out here. Do the little smell test. Don't smell nothing. Smell honeysuckle. We've got a ton of honeysuckle on this property. I can't wait to show you guys more of what we're doing out here. This is just going to be an amazing journey. So these are just little snidbits of living a life full time and having to do repairs. You know, if you don't like doing repairs, don't buy an RV, because you're always going to have to do something. It's just part of it. It's part of the journey. It's part of the excitement, you know, and it's such an accomplishment to fix something yourself. So I click this on. I don't know if you can see this, but it keeps going up. And it'll beep twice when it's ready. Do it somewhere away from what you're testing. Can you see me? Do it somewhere away from where you're testing to make sure that it's got fresh air and that it senses the gas when you're close by it. But we'll just wait for it to beep. It should beep here in a minute. It takes about 30, 60 seconds. And it'll be calibrated, ready to go. There you go, 2 beeps. Let's check it out. Let's see what we did. Any leaks? No more leaks. We're good. Anything down here? Check our 3/8 hose. Got a 3/8 hose in the bottom. No, we're good. All right, guys. We got back in hot water. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope you liked this video. Just a little simple repair in the LP tank. Like I said, make sure you have a gas snipper. If you don't, use soap bubbles. Soap bubbles is a real easy, non-expensive way to do it. Kind of soap up all your joints. Make sure there's no bubbles that blow up. If they do, that means you have a leak. So go back, retighten it, repaste it, whatever you got to do. Make sure you don't have no leaks, because this is pretty important to make sure you don't have no leaks for fires. But anyway, guys, there you go, new regulator. Let me show you that gauge. See, that gauge is reading green now. So we're good. Hope you liked this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. How's that look? Does it look like I'm in the picture? Up by the red line. So I'm not cut off. So if I'm pulling this off, I'm working in here. Am I good? Okay. I got to start out with the video, and then yeah, I can zoom in a little bit. Okay. 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 Well, she's already rolling, so.